Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Nick, and I am back here today doing another fun Halloween ranking video. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're enjoying your October 2020. Let's face it, we haven't had much good times in 2020, so let's just soak in these creepy times and enjoy kind of the atmosphere of the season. But let's also get into these rankings. So today I am going to rank my favorite locations or settings in the Halloween franchise. I'm going to do my top 10, so let's talk about it. So look, in the Halloween franchise, obviously there are a lot of movies. There's what, 12? You got 8, 9, 10, 12? Okay. So there's a lot of movies. I am going to rank my top 10 favorite locations or settings. Some of them are houses, some of them are other areas. You'll kind of see where I'm going with this. So let's quit fucking around and let's get right into the ranking. Let's start at number 10. Number 10 is going to be Laurie's house from Halloween 2018. So I like this location. I do. I liked that it was kind of in the middle of nowhere in the woods and kind of secluded. That felt real. I liked her little panic room slash trap. The whole area was kind of cool. I didn't love it though. It seemed a little cliched. So I didn't want to put it any higher than 10. But I certainly was not upset with it. It kind of provided a nice area to end 2018 as far as Michael being all the way out there and trapped. But the fact that they had to get him all the way out there kind of shoehorned them into coming up with the Sartain plot. So I hate to do it, but I downgrade it just a little bit for that. But as far as the overall setting and the feeling of it, I did like it, so I wanted to include it in the list. But it's at number 10. Coming in at number 9 is going to be from Halloween 4, and it's gonna be Ridgemont. I think it's a sanitarium, is it? It's the place where Michael has been sleeping in a coma for 10 years. And, right after the awesome opening credits, you have the EMT drivers, talking to the security guard, where he's like, you never get used to the faces, and, Jesus ain't got nothing to do with this place. And he kind of gives the synopsis of what happened 10 years prior. But the whole setting, it's well done. It's creepy. You got the vibe of, Myers in the bandages and, the special elevator with the key. So it was just a really creepy setting. It'd be cool to explore a little bit more of that maybe. I don't know how you would do it, or it's obviously unnecessary. But I did enjoy the setting of that and the atmosphere of that whole scene. So I wanted to include it in the list, and it's at number 9. Coming in at number 8. Uh-oh, guys. I am praising Halloween 5 again. I must be losing my mind. But the setting in Halloween 5 that I did like the most, and it's not the fucking Myers Mansion, I'll tell you that, but it's the Tower Farm. I liked that whole scene. It had a lot of good autumn Halloween season vibes. You got the farm where all the kids are partying, and then they got the barn there. And as much as I have some issues with, many issues with the overall movie, and even issues in that scenes in this setting in particular, the setting in general was really cool, and I got to give credit where credit is due. I liked what they did there as far as kind of the optics of the setting and just where it is and how it kind of fit into the plot. It was cool, so I liked it. So it's at number 8. Coming in at number 7, might be cheating a little bit here, but it's going to be the entire town of Santa Mira from Halloween 3. I was going to include the factory, where the climax takes place. But the more I thought about it, the entire town, the vibe of the entire town is very creepy. When Chalice and Ellie first enter the town, I think Ellie says something, now I know what a goldfish feels like. And basically what she means by that is, everyone was staring at them because they were outsiders. And so you got that whole vibe, the tiny hotel. There's cameras on the streets everywhere, which is kind of predicting the future, actually, if you think about it. But the whole vibe of the town, in addition to the factory, was very good to me. And it really kind of created a sense of dread in the movie. So it's at number 7 on my list. I really enjoyed it. Coming in at number 6 is going to be from Halloween 4, Sheriff Meeker's house. Great setting here. First of all, awesome house. I wish I lived in that house. The inside, it just seemed very Victorian, and high ceilings and shit like that. But it was a great place to have them trapped with Myers. Myers is able to hide, until Loomis and Meeker leave, and then he obviously off-screen dispatches Deputy Logan, and then kind of goes to it with Kelly and Brady until he chases Jamie and Rachel up on the rooftop. But cool scene. You got the attic, which was the vibe of the attic. Was very dark and dank, and it created a creepy atmosphere. You had, the kitchen, and the kitchen led to, I don't know if it was a basement, but it led to a room where Meeker was trying to get a hold of the state troopers on the CB radio. So everything about the house was very creepy, and I really liked it. I didn't like it more than some of the other houses that are going to be above it, but I thought it was a good setting, especially in the 4th chapter of a franchise. All right, top 5. I should say all the locations in my top 5. I wanted to put number 1. That's how great all these locations are to me. But I couldn't do that. So, obviously. So, number 5 is going to be Smith's Grove Sanitarium. Look, this is featured in many movies. It's featured in Halloween 2018. It's featured in Halloween 6. I think other than the original, that's it, and obviously the OG. And every movie has its own kind of flavor of what Smith's Grove is. Me, you guys know me, I like the original Smith's Grove the best, but Halloween 6 did a great job with it. And even 2018 with, the checkered board and, the way they had a check-in at the beginning, the podcasters had a check-in at the beginning. Everything about Smith's Grove was very creepy, and you're going to hear me say that a lot, and I have been saying that a lot, but that's what you want from a franchise like this. You want creepy atmospheres and the tone, and I thought Smith's Grove was perfect. It's the first place we see, Loomis, as him and Marion are driving up to Smith's Grove. It's where Michael escapes. It's where he spent 15 years, or 40 years after that, depending on, your interpretation of the timeline. But anyway, I love Smith's Grove. It obviously holds a special place in the hearts of many Halloween fans, and it is at number 5 for me. All right, coming in at number 4 is going to be Lindsay Wallace's house, the Wallace house. Man, obviously so many great scenes here. This is where Michael did most of his stalking, especially of Annie. This is where while Annie's on the phone in the kitchen, you see Michael in the background. He's there and Annie's not there, and you're wondering what the hell's going on. You got the great laundry room scene where Annie gets stuck in the window, and Michael's kind of just outside the windows there. You get where he killed Bob, where he killed Linda, being Ghost Bob, and then you got where he set all the bodies up that Laurie saw, and then the original final chase scene begins, with him emerging from the darkness. So I love this setting. It's crazy that it's at number 4 only for me. I feel like it'd be at number 1 on a lot of people's lists. But for me, it's the 4th best. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is the house just across the street from the Wallace house, and I am talking about the Doyle residence. Why is this above the Wallace residence when I just named all those iconic scenes? And we spent, half of the movie at the Wallace house? Well, a couple of reasons. Closet and sit-up and balcony. Those three reasons are why I had to lift it above. You got the famous closet scene. I don't need to get into what happened there. And then you obviously got, Laurie sitting against the wall or against the door frame. And then, you had the famous sit up. And then, of course, Loomis comes and shoots him off the back balcony, or front balcony if you're watching H2. But just the whole, everything about those scenes is what I think of when I think of the OG Halloween. And I think it's ingrained in a lot of people's memories as some of the most memorable parts of the franchise. So it's at number 3 for me. All right, top 2, baby. Coming in at number 2 is going to be Haddonfield Memorial Hospital. Yes, I have this above the 2 houses from the OG. And why do I have it above? You guys know me. I've always loved Halloween 2. And there's many reasons why, but one of the main reasons I've always loved H2 is because of the setting of Haddonfield Memorial. Look, there's a skeleton crew. I get that it wouldn't be that low staffed. The hospital wouldn't be that low staffed. I understand that. But you can think of it logically that it's a small town. It's the middle of the goddamn night in Illinois. So you can make sense of it. It's not totally out of the realm of possibility. But because there's that skeleton crew, because there's, Michaels takes out some of the power and stuff like that, it creates such a creepy fucking atmosphere that it's unbelievable. I still am uneasy in a hospital just because of seeing this movie as a child. I love this setting so much. I originally had this as my number 1, and then I had to switch it. And let's get into number 1. Number 1, yes, don't worry, I didn't forget about it. Number 1 is going to be the place where it all began, the Myers house. Look, this house has been in many movies. It's been in Resurrection. It has been in, well, they said it was in Halloween 5, but I didn't see it, so I don't know. It's in Halloween 2. I made a cameo kind of in Halloween 2 where the townspeople are throwing rocks at the house. But it obviously got its bread and butter from the OG. And it's the first scene we see in the entire movie, the entire franchise, is little Mikey Myers, going up to the house, putting on the mask, grabbing a knife and putting on the mask, and then killing his sister up in the bedroom window. And then that's where we see him unmasked on the on the sidewalk that, Michael, just classic. And then what really kicks it for me, what kicks it up a notch for me, is this is where the Devil's Eyes monologue happens. My favorite speech, maybe in cinema history. It's just classic. You got that speech. You got, dog, man wouldn't do that. This isn't a man. Just awesome. And then let's not forget the Lonnie, get your ass away from there. It's so minor, but it's so fucking classic for us Halloween fans. So Myers House is number 1 for me. I love it. I couldn't not have it number 1 the more I thought about it. Let me know what your top couple are, guys. Like I said, for a franchise with this many movies, there's a lot of different settings and a lot of different, scenes that happen in these settings. So I'd like to know what your guys' top 2, 3, 5, 10, even 10 are. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.